देहेन्द्रियगुणान् कर्माणि अमले सच्चिदात्मनि अध्यस्यन्त्यविवेकेन गगने नीलतादिवत् अज्ञानान्मानसोपाधेः कर्तृत्वादीनि चात्मनि कल्प्यन्तेऽम्बुगते चन्द्रे चलनादि यथाम्भसः। Shankaracharya first pointed out that the gunam and karma of anatma are superimposed upon the atma, and this was first said generally. So, samanyataha adhyasam uktva visheshataha adhyasam kathayati. From each body, how adhyasa takes place. So, of this, annamaya and pranamaya have been mentioned. Dehendriya gunan karmani. And then in the 22nd shloka, manomaya adhyasam was mentioned. That is kartrutvadini. Manomaya gunaha, manomaya karmani cha atmani adhyasyante. Gunas are that it is ragi, dveshi, etc. or it is dull, it is agitated, etc. is gunaha. And the karmas are the sankalpa, vikalpadi, vrittis are the manomaya karma. And now in the 23rd shloka, Acharya will point out the vijnanamaya adhyasaha. Ragecha sukha dukkhadi. As I said in the morning, generally raga, dvesha, etc. are said to be manomaya dharmas. But here the Acharya takes raga dveshadis as buddhi dharma or vijnanamaya dharma. And these attributes are also superimposed upon the Atma. Raga means attachment. Dvesha, dvesha is not there. Ichcha means desire, kama. The difference between raga and ichcha is what? Raga is attachment to a thing which is already yours. Prapta vishaye ragaha. Whereas ichcha is a desire for a thing which is not acquired by you. Aprapta vishaye ichcha or kamaha. Similarly, sukham means pleasure, dukkham means pain. And here we should carefully note, Acharya gives sukham as the anatma dharma, which is superimposed upon atma. So then we may get confused Sukham is anatma dharma or atma swarupam. So are you getting the question? Raga does not belong to Atma, therefore superimposed. Dvesha does not belong to Atma, superimposed. Dukkham does not belong to Atma, superimposed. Idallam puriyarde. Sukham is superimposed on Atma. Shona enna arthamaidum? Atma doesn't have Sukham, it will mean. Whereas we say Atma is Ananda Swarupaha. So therefore we should understand here the Sukham that is talked about is the Janya Sukham, Vritti Sukham. Janya Sukham na anartham, Vandu Pora Sukham nartham. Which is dependent on what? Priya Vritti, Chana Navavaram, Moda Vritti, Pramoda Vritti. And therefore, these three Sukhams belong to Anatma. And if in the Atma we see Janya Sukham, that Sukham is superimposed Sukham only. I was happy and today I am not happy, Solrate. The happiness that I enjoyed was temporary happiness, and therefore that temporary happiness belongs to Manas, which has been superimposed on the Atma. Therefore here Sukham is Janya Sukham, Anitya Sukham, Vritti Pratibimbida Anandaha. Which has got Taratamyam Te Chatam Manusha Anandaha, Manushya Gandharvanam Anandaha. Thus Taratamya Sukham, Janya Sukham, Savishesha Sukham. Edu Vanna Sholana. Okay. Then the question comes. So here in this shloka, in fact, Shankaracharya doesn't say that the buddhi dharmas are superimposed on the Atma Sholavela. In fact, that is understood. Now here Shankaracharya is answering a question of a Nayyayika. Nayyayika is Nyaya philosopher. And according to Nyaya philosophy, Raga, Ichcha, Sukham, Dukkham, etc. are Atma Dharma. So according to Nayyayika, the Nyaya philosopher, Raga, Ichcha, Sukham, Dukkham, etc. are the properties of Atma, and he says Atma is Sagunaha, Dravyam, etc. And in this shloka, Shankaracharya refutes the Nyaya philosopher by Anvaya Vyatireka method. And what is that method? When buddhi is wakeful in Jagrat Swapna Avastha, when the buddhi is wakeful, then Raga, Ichcha, Sukha, Dukkham, etc. are there. So, Buddhau Satyam Ragadveshadayaha Vartante. This is what is called Anvayaha. Whereas Sushuptau, when the buddhi is resolved, then what do we find? Raga, Dvesha, etc. are not there. That is why when a person is sleeping with an open hand, You put a cobra in the hand, he will not do anything. You put a 1,000 rupee note in the hand, he will not do anything. But make sure he is asleep. So both raga towards money, dvesha towards cobra, both are possible only when he is awake. He is awake means what? Buddhi is awake. And therefore, buddhau sati satyam ragadveshaha. Buddhau asatyam ragadveshaha na. First one is called anvayaha. The second one is called vyatirekaha. And from this what do we know? Ragadvesha belongs to buddhi alone. When buddhi is, ragadvesha is. When buddhi is not, ragadvesha is not. And therefore buddhi alone is the cause of ragadvesha. On the other hand, if ragadveshas were belonging to Atma, what will happen? During Sushupti, Atma is there or not? During the Sushupti, also Atma is there. And if ragadvesha belongs to Atma, during Sushupti also ragadvesha would have been there. But during Sushupti, Atma is there, ragadvesha is not at all there. Therefore, ragadvesha never belongs to Atma. This is the logic he gives. Buddhau satyam. So when buddhi is there, satyam na satyam mithyangra artham kadayadu. Satyam na when it is present, when it is awake. Raga ichha sukha dukkhadi pravartate. Pravartate means they are active, they are present. Anvaya. Then sushuptau. During deep sleep state, tannashe. Tannashe na buddhi nashe. When the buddhi is nasham na anartham. Line ityartaha. Not destroyed, but it is linam gate. Nash adarshane. Panini Sutra. Nash means adarshana. Kannukku theriyama poiduthu. Layam. So, tannashe, buddhi nashe, nasti. What nasti? Ragecha sukha dukkhadi nasti. These things are not there. This is called vyatireka. And therefore, what is the conclusion? Tasmat. Tasmat means hence. Buddhe hetu na atmanaha. Therefore, ragecha belongs to buddhi alone, anatma alone, and vijnanamaya kosha alone. They do not belong to atma. So then they do not belong to atma means what? They do not belong to me. Atma na nan. Okay. Even though they do not belong to me, everybody says what? Aham ragi. Aham dveshi. Ragi na therimalyo. Ragi la ragi irkalam. Ragi malt sollala. So ragyam ragi. So therefore, aham ragi, aham dveshi, etc. they say. Atma doesn't have ragadvesha. Still they say aham ragi. And therefore it can come only in one method. And what is that method? Adhyasena eva ragadveshadayaha agachanti surupataha abhavat adhyasena agataha iti nishchitam. Continuing. Prakashorkasyato yasya Shaityamagner yatoshnata स्वभावः सच्चिदानन्द नित्यनिर्मलतात्मनः. Now here Shankaracharya says, even at the time of adhyasa, Atma is Shuddha only. That is, before adhyasa, Atma is Shuddham. After adhyasa is over, Atma is Shuddham. During adhyasa also, Atma is Shuddham only. It's like what? Before superimposition, there was rope. After superimposition is negated, there is rope alone. During superimposition, what is there? I mean, snake shalom. Our tendency will be, during superimposition, I am Sarpaha, he says. At that time there is Sarpaha, we may say. Now Vedanta says, Sarpa darshana kale api tatra rajjuhu eva. Similarly, it is not that ajnana kale aham baddaha, jnananantaram aham muktaha nanithindirukom. But Vedanta says, ajnana kale api atma buttaha eva. Therefore, even when he is profusely crying, ennoda kadai unakkenna theriyum. So even at that time of samsara, he is what? It is only that nitya nirmalata alone. Arthan solrar. Atmanaha swabhavaha Satchidananda Nitya Nirmalata. The Swabhava of the Atma. Whose Atma? Jnanis or Ajnanis? Both people. That's why Kaivalya Navanidam first shloka is what? Pon Nilam Man Purundar Purundilar Atma. Ilya? Purundar in the Bannachai, Punnachai, Pannachai, no. Okay, so those people who are Yeshana Vantaha and Yeshana Rehitaha, so Yeshana Vatsu api Atma Shuddhaha, Yeshana Rehiteshu api Atma Shuddhaha, Purundar, Purundilar, rendu verla Atma Shuddhanan. Artha inge solrar. Atmanaha swabhavaha Satchidananda Nitya Nirmalata. You can understand Sat, Chit, Ananda and Nirmalata. The Nityam ellathine setikana. Nitya Sat, Nitya Chit, Nitya Ananda, Nitya Nirmalaha. Because we also say I am existent. Ipa irukengrom. Ipa nammalam ajnanim irukken solran. Ana enna solra? Ipa irukengran. Therefore he is also Sat, but he doesn't say I am Nitya Sat sollala. Whereas Atma is what? Nitya Sadrupaha, Nitya Chidrupaha. Similarly Ananda also. Ajnani feels his Ananda is Anitya Anandaha. But even at that time, Atma is what? Nitya Anandaha. Aham asmi sada bhami sada asmi. Nirmalata. Nirmalata Atmanaha oru word illa renda pirichikanam. Atmanaha swabhavaha Satchidananda Nitya Nirmalata asti. And in fact, he need not use the word Nityam at all. Because once he says Swabhavaha, Swabhava means Nityam. He is only trying to emphasize it by using the word Nityam. Swabhavam Shulitna enartham. Yat na jahyate sat swabhavaha. Samsiddhiki swabhaviki sahaja akrita chaya. Prakritisyeti vigneya swabhavam na jahatiya. So that which does not give up, that is called, that which is not given up is called swabhavaha. Whatever is a temporary nature cannot be called swabhavaha. And therefore Satchidananda is swabhava, therefore only nityam. Okay. And for that also he gives an example. What is the example? Arkasya prakashaha. Just as prakasha, the light or heat, is the very nature of Suryaha. It is not like the Sardarji's son, Swamiji was telling. So everybody is going to moon. Sardarji said, it seems we should do something different, we will go to sun. Then he said, how can you go to the sun? It is so hot now, we could not even stand on the floor. Fool, we will go after sunset and come back before sunrise. No. As Mari, remember, after sunset, sun doesn't become cool. Arkasya swabhavaha sarvada prakashaha. Toyasya shaityam. So the coolness of water. Then agnehe ushnata. So the heat of the Agni, all these are swabhavaha. Swabhavaha means it is never absent in them. Similarly, Shuddhi is there always in the Atma. Then why do you talk about purification? Karma yogam panni purify pannu ella edukku solrena? Whose purification we are talking? Atma Shuddhi sollala. Antakarana Shuddhi dhan solram. Okay, Gita 5th chapter la Atma Vishuddhaye solrike. Ketirukana paravala. So Gita 5th chapter la Atma Vishuddhaye solrike na. Andha edathila Atma means Antakaranam. There is no question of purifying the Atma. There is only a question of purifying the mind. Why should mind be purified? To know that I am Shuddha. To be Shuddha, you don't require any sadhana. To be pure, you don't require any sadhana. But to know that you are pure, you require sadhana. Therefore, sadhana is for knowledge. Sadhana is not for the sake of becoming muktaha. Continuing. Atmanas satchidam shascha buddher vrittiriti dvayam sanyojya cha vivekena janamiti pravartate. So now the question comes, how do you say Atma is Nityaha, Sadrupaha, Nirmala Rupaha, etc. Atma seems to be changing all the time. Satyaha means changeless. How do you say Atma is changeless? Atma seems to be changing one. How do you say? Because every time a person says Janami, Janami means what? I know something. The very knowledge is some kind of an activity. Because knowing requires a vikaraha. It is a kriya. Jnanam is a kriya. How do you know it is a kriya? Because janami is a verb that is born out of jna dhatu. Jna dhatoho nishpanna kriya is janami. And every verb indicates an action. And action must always belong to what? The subject of the sentence. If you say, aham gacchami, a little bit grammar. Aham gacchami solram. Gacchami is a verb which indicates gamana kriya. Gacchami is a verb which indicates gamana kriya. And kriya cannot independently exist. It always requires an ashraya. Dravyam is necessary. And what is the ashraya, the support for the kriya? Aham iti karta. So karta, the subject of the sentence, is always the ashrayam of the kriya. So grammatically speaking, subject of a sentence is the locus of the action indicated by the verb. Okay. So subject of a sentence is the locus of the action indicated